Anyone can make a video sitting at home talking about how easy it is to travel with only a backpack, but if you want to see what it actually looks like, you came to the right place. Guess who's back from Bali? I mean, I'm actually not that excited. I'm crying on the inside. I would have liked to stay longer. Anyway, I promised you a follow-up video. So in this video, let's do two things. Let's talk about Jetstar, how the flight was, if I can recommend flying with Jetstar, and also how the bag was holding up and what it was like to use the backpack, how easy was it to access it from under the seat, if I loved it, if I hated it, if I would do it again. And just in case that you didn't guess who's back, it's me, Vicky from NonStopTravelVV. Alrighty, let's start at the beginning, bright and early in the morning of my travel day. Bali! I mean, this is still Melbourne, but soon. I'm heading to the airport now. I did pack the day before I left, and it's all in this video. If you haven't watched that one, I would recommend you watch that one first. Then you can see what I've actually packed. And here I am on my way to the airport. I took the airport bus. The luggage is holding up so far. And it was so nice to be walking around the airport hands-free and also to go through security right away. And then I weighed my luggage. I did weigh it at home, but I just wanted to show you guys how light it was. And we are under 7 kilos. Yay. Despite the fact that I had a very heavy iPad. My iPad is like a very old version, so it's quite heavy. And my water bottle was full with water as well. And still, I was way under 7 kilos. And yes, I would suggest that you stay way under 7 kilos because you will always accumulate stuff. And it's just so nice to be able to squish the bag a little bit, and it's just easier to carry it. You don't want to have a very heavy bag on your back. And 7 kilos would be quite heavy. So 6 kilos, this is like the sweet spot, I think, or less. I also like that I didn't have to be at the airport super early. They do recommend 3 hours. I was there maybe an hour and 20 minutes before departure because it was very early in the morning and I do value my sleep. And it was absolutely no problem because you just go straight through to your gate after security. I made it just in time for boarding, which is perfectly fine if you only have carry-on. And I still had time to get a nice chai latte. And I loved the views. I had like the perfect spots sitting there, looking at my bagsmart backpack and looking at the plane. And by the way, nobody actually weighed the luggage. So it depends, I guess, on how busy it is at the gate, or I don't know what it depends on. But sometimes I've seen them wheeling in luggage scales at the gate and weighing luggage there. This time, no scales anywhere, and I mean, even if I was way under, so it was no problem. And I have to say, everyone else had so much more luggage than me. So many people had like several bags. And as for the plane, I mean, yeah, nothing fancy, no business class in there, and like all the seats are the same. I was seated towards the back. I always choose the back because usually it's not as busy in the back. It takes you a little bit longer to get off the plane at your destination, but then again, you're quick out of the airport anyway with only carry-on. And boy, was I happy that I didn't have to use the overhead compartments because they do fill up very quickly. And didn't matter to me, I just put my bag right under the seat in front of me. Depends if you fit it in lengthwise or like on the short side. It fits either way. It sticks out a little bit longer if it's like lengthwise, but then you can put your feet on either side, or you just put your feet on top, which is what I did. I would definitely recommend not to have anything that must not be squished in the middle of your backpack, because this is where you will put your feet on. Trust me, on a long flight, you want to have your feet a little bit elevated. It was actually really, really comfortable to have the feet on the backpack. It's like a perfect footrest. And it's actually, the layout is perfect because the top pouch is where I had my sunglasses without cases. Yeah, it doesn't matter because that's on the side and you will not put your feet on that. So actually the layout is perfect. I liked how easy it was to pull out the bag anytime I needed anything from the main compartment. All the outside compartments are in the perfect area to quickly access it. Also the handles are so good to just pull it out anytime you need it. Alrighty, let's talk about Jetstar. Here's the toilet review. Quick toilet review. It's got music in here. I like it. It's like a nightclub, but a very, very small nightclub. It's got a toilet. It's got a sink. It's all very, very tiny. No hand lotion, no hand lotion, but apart from that, nice toilet, good start to the flight. And as you can see, I was really excited to be back on a plane. It's been a while, way too long. Yeah, let's talk about the food. I was very happy to see vegan options. They were like clearly labeled, and there's actually plenty of options. It's not very expensive, so you don't really need to pre-order. You can pre-order, but it's cheap enough, and I actually splurged with a little bit of tea. I ordered a green tea and I got a peppermint tea, but it was fine. I just had the peppermint tea. There is a USB charging port, and at first I thought it didn't work, but then the blue light in it comes on. So once you're like up in the air, you can see it's like blue light in there, and that's when it actually worked perfectly fine. I had my massive iPad, which weighs a lot. And first I had it on my knees, leaning against the seat, which was okay, but it was a bit heavy. And then there is like this special compartment to put devices. I actually put it up there after a while, and it was like on the heavier side. And when the guy in front of me reclined the seat, it actually was shaking and it almost came down. So yeah, but if you have a smaller device, I think it will be even more comfortable. The in-flight entertainment, yes, so there is Wi-Fi on the plane, but you have to pay for the in-flight entertainment. But I mean, look, it was $7, and I think it was $7 very well spent, because first I watched a boring movie, but then I watched my favorite show, which is called The Other Two. I love watching that on the plane. That's my go-to show when I'm on a plane. Highly recommend it. Watch The Other Two, you will not regret it. Alrighty, and then 5.5 hours later, I was in Bali. Yay! And guess where I am? I'm in Bali. And I made it through immigration. And now I'm gonna breeze through the baggage claim because I don't have any. Yay! All quick and easy here. So I completely forgot to research if I need a visa. And I needed one, but you can get it here, and it was like $5. So she'll be right, mate. It's been a while since I traveled. I cannot believe that I didn't even research if I need a visa. But lucky me, it was all good. Electronic visa upon arrival. Okay, how do I get out of here? Aha. Found the exit, and it's nice and warm, and it's not raining. So happy days. Welcome to Bali. And then I took a Grab car. I could have taken a motorbike because I only had the backpack. So that's one major advantage, that you can just hop on a motorbike. I felt a little bit unsafe to be on a motorbike for like an hour and a half ride, and so I splurged on a car. As soon as I arrived at my resort, the guy from reception came out and opened the boot of the car looking for my suitcase. And he looked a bit confused why there was no suitcase. And yeah, once I got to the room, I unpacked, which took me like 5 hours. I'm kidding, it took me like 5 minutes or less. And there we have it, my bagsmart bag, and it looks just like a little suitcase. But I will unpack it, even though I could easily live out of the suitcase. And yes, of course there will be a Bali vlog coming here on this channel if you want to see what I actually did on my holiday. I also meant to take pictures and film my everyday outfit so that you can see what I was actually wearing with my very sort of limited options. I wasn't very consistent with taking pictures. Here are a few. That raincoat, oh my god, that came in handy because it was raining like crazy on day 3. Pretty much all day, so I really needed that raincoat, and it worked really well. $3 well spent. And then after 5 days, unfortunately, I had to go back to Melbourne. There's actually quite a substantial airport fee if you take your Grab car from the airport or to the airport. So if the driver has to drive into the airport, there's, I think, $15 extra just for the airport fee. I mean, it's not that much. So I splurged after I arrived, but on my way back, I actually went to have dinner in a restaurant that was very close to the airport. And then from there, I walked. If you want to do crazy things like me, like walking into the airport on a busy street without any sidewalk, you better only have a backpack and carry on only. You don't want to wheel your suitcase. It ain't pleasant, but it can be done. I have to walk around here, and then I will end up here in the cage, which will take me safely to the airport. Right now it's not very safe, but it can be done. She'll be right, mate. Alrighty, in conclusion, would I fly with Jetstar again? Yes, I think it was completely okay. Don't expect any luxury or anything super exciting, but I mean, it takes you from A to B. On the return flight, it was a little bit delayed, but the weather was horrible and there were some technical issues. But I mean, that can happen anywhere, so I wouldn't blame Jetstar for that. I think for $380, Melbourne to Bali and return, I think perfectly fine. So yes, I would recommend it. It wasn't even full on the way back. I had 3 seats to myself, which was amazing. And I mean, the booking process and everything, straightforward, the app works well, so yeah, no complaints whatsoever. And as for my bag, I have to say, I really loved it. And this video is not sponsored, by the way. Look, just the quality of the bag, like how strong it is and yet at the same time so light, is I think absolutely perfect if you want to travel light. Let me get the bag. The expandable mesh top here came in really handy because as soon as I got to Bali, I was really hot and I took off my hoodie and the entire hoodie was able to fit in here because I just didn't want to bother opening anything. I could have put it inside as well, there was plenty of space still. But this extends well enough and I could fit my entire hoodie in. So I think they really thought it through when they made that backpack. It all made so much more sense when I was actually using it. So this is awesome, you can stick anything in there. Also, those side pouches, just so perfect. Oh, there's still, I forgot to take my passport out. So yes, this is where I obviously had my passport, easy to access. It's like the perfect size. You can even fit a printed ticket in there, but it fits. And yeah, easy to access. I had my credit cards in here, in the back. Nobody stole them, thankfully. Despite the fact that I told everyone in my last video where my credit cards will be. So yes, they were in here, perfectly fine. That top is just really the best part because so there's just so much room in there. It's so much bigger than what you actually need. Oh, my pen is still in here. By the way, yes, I needed the pen. And if you live in Australia, you will always need a pen because on the way back, you still have to fill out those returning passenger cards. I don't know. It has been like this for forever. As far as I can think back, literally 30 years, it's been the same cards that you have to fill out. So they still exist. Bring a pen. Yes, but anyway, like you can fit anything that's like a little bit more delicate that you don't want to be squished in here because you will not put your feet on this ever. And that was the perfect area here for my iPad that fit perfectly in here. And it's just really, it was really comfortable because my walk back from that restaurant to the airport was 35 minutes or something. It was crazy hot. That was the only thing I felt really bad for the backpack because I was probably sweating into it a little bit. But I mean, it looks pristine and new. And by the way, it did not get dirty at all, even though I was sliding it under the seats. So that's fine as well. Like it's, even though it's like has that white off-white color, it's not delicate at all. So yeah, that long walk in the heat, it was perfect to have a backpack because the roads are pebblestones and mud and rain and you cannot wheel anything there. It's impossible. So perfect having the backpack. And even on that long walk, yes, it was a bit on the heavy side. And I also had like an extra tote bag still because I haven't even completely packed everything. And I packed everything once I changed into my flight clothes, my long pants and my hoodie and everything. Then I put the tote bag in here. So yes, this is perfect for Bali and for Jetstar, for any low-cost airline. This is the perfect bag. Did I need all the things that I packed? Pretty much, apart from my short pajamas, because I cranked up the aircon in my villa, so I slept in my long pajamas. And I didn't need my socks because I never had my running shoes on. I was always using my sandals, my Birkenstocks. They are plastic and they are absolutely perfect for that weather. Like in rain, in mud, in everything. Like those were the only shoes that I needed. So I did not really need to bring my running shoes, but I was quite happy to have them once I landed back in Melbourne. So yeah, for Bali, all you need is sandals and don't pack any sensitive sandals. You will wreck them if they're not plastic. So the plastic Birkenstock ones, highly recommended. I'm pointing over there because that's where they currently are. I'm looking at them. And other than that, everything else I used. So I did definitely not overpack. I even read my book, not all of it, so you will still see it probably in the next packing video. That book will be back. And oh my god, did I need that raincoat. That was definitely much needed. Oh, by the way, someone let me know in the comments that sometimes you cannot bring foldable umbrellas because they can be used as a weapon, apparently. I don't know how. So yeah, it's always better to bring a raincoat than an umbrella. Did I regret that I didn't use packing cubes? No, because again, like there is so much space in there and I didn't have that much stuff. There was still plenty of room in there. Maybe for weight distribution, it would be nicer to have everything flat alongside your back. But also because I didn't walk that much, it was completely fine. So that's really like, if you don't pack that much, it's a matter of preference if you want to have packing cubes or not. And last but not least, did I go shopping? Yes, I did. I bought one t-shirt. I bought some bracelets that I'm not wearing right now, but you will see all that in my Bali vlog, everything that I shopped. Actually, I bought 2 t-shirts, hold on, and sunglasses. So you can see all that in my Bali vlog where I'm shopping and eating most of the time. And that vlog is coming very soon here on this channel. So you know what you have to do if you don't want to miss out. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Also, if this video was at all interesting, useful, or you just enjoyed watching it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!